Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direction. And today we have a big United fan, Adam Shearer, based out in Australia, the other part of the world, being a United fan for so many years, from the eras of the Brian Robson eras to the modern day. Welcome to the show. How are you, matey?
Mate, I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you very much. So, as you know, United, as we know, it's a global brand. We have fans all over the world, Asia, Europe, Africa, America, they're everywhere. But the most important thing that United fans are concerned about is, can United get back to the glory days of Alex Ferguson, which has been a big task since he retired in 2013. I mean, the season's about to start now. A lot of United fans are apprehensive as in what to expect. What are your expectations with the season about to start with the game against Leeds? Talk to me, Adam, mate.
Yeah, look, we've got our first game coming up in a few days' time, and it's good to see Sancho get onto the training paddock, and so we're just waiting for Varane to get out of lockdown. So we've made two really good signings, and to me, I'm always positive about United towards the for the season. You don't support a side to go in there and bag them. So no, I'm looking forward to the season ahead. Obviously we all want the trophies, and as much as I think personally Ollie's doing a good job. Yes, there's a couple of things he's got to work on. I think Ollie's learning on the job as well as our young team as well. So my expectations of the side, look, Ollie's at the stage where he definitely this year has to win a trophy for me.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. There's no excuses now. He's definitely what's he had now? He's had 3 or 4 transfers now, even though a couple of them we haven't bought anything. But he's got 2 really good transfers in this. I'm hoping there is still one more coming up.
That would be nice.
Would be nice. But look, I mean, you watched them last weekend versus Everton. That was I thought that was a really positive game. Like, I haven't seen United play like that for a long time, but I thought True. Even towards the back end of last season, they looked really, really tired. So being that now we've got players that can come off the bench, and we're sort of starting to get that for each position. There's 2 players. I think it's looking really positive for us. So it'd be nice to get a nice 6-2 win this or 6-0 win this weekend like last year.
That would be a great start. But I think it comes down. I think if you remember the last season, we had that start. We had a bad start, rejuvenated ourselves going towards December. Then January looking kind of good. City were far back. Then comes the Sheffield United and the wheels come off. I think go on.
No, I was just going to say, I think it was it January where we were leading the competition. So, it'd be nice to do that again. But look, we're building our team. Chelsea's built their team again. They've got Grealish coming in. Chelsea are Champions League winners. So every team's building. So it's going to be tough. I think we've got to be a little. Obviously, we've been very patient over the last few years.
Yeah.
And younger fans love to see a winning side all the time, but unfortunately, look, it's a tough one for United fans at the moment, isn't it? It's really tough to go out and say yes, we're going to win the league. Because again, City and Chelsea, they're looking the goods again. So,
exactly.
So
it feels like sometimes as United feel like they're getting closer, City go.
Yeah.
I mean, when they bought Grealish, I thought, oh wow, okay, these guys are not joking. But that is what makes a championship team. You can't just wait on your laurels, rest on your laurels, and say, you know what, we won the EPL. Nah, even Alex Ferguson days, even though he still added 1 or 2 added on to keep it fresh, So with City, who got a lot of money, as you know, more than Manchester United. With Grealish, we don't know who else they're gonna buy. It's changed the dimension again. We've got 2 players who we've literally needed. I mean, Sancho should have gone last season, but as for Varane, great signing, because that Lindelof Maguire, I wasn't feeling it because of, especially when it came to set pieces. I wasn't confident, and I remember so many games whereby when United considered a corner kick, a set piece, United fans were like, because of that
Yeah.
uncertainty at the back, and I'm not bashing Lindelof, but sometimes his positioning and lack of awareness of what's going on around him has cost us so many goals. So I'm hoping this guy Varane will stabilize, bring some more confidence to that back line, and that whole putting McFred. When you saw McFred, that babysitting service put in front of the back four, what was going through your mind during those games when you always saw
My,
United
my
sitting
biggest
too deep?
my biggest thing with the McFred is Fred. I actually like McTominay. I think he's improved a lot, and the beginning of last season for me with McTominay was he would always turn back. I love when players receive the ball face forward and try and beat a player, and always playing forward. I know you can't play forward all the time, but 90% I would like to see him play forward. And I thought to the back end of that, McTominay always plays well when he's playing forward. As far as Fred goes, I'm not a fan of Fred. For me, he's a brainless footballer. He just does so many, and I don't like bagging players at all. But Fred, if you watch the Copa America final, like he has a good game, and then he goes and does what he does in the Copa America final.
He was poor. He was terrible.
Oh, it was so bad, and he does that for you. You wouldn't say he does it week in, week out, but he does do stupid fouls around boxes and stuff like that. That's the part that kills me with him. He just does stupid fouls without even thinking, challenging from behind, challenging sideways, and reckless passing. And
I remember
brainless football. Yeah,
the Man United Leicester FA Cup semi-finals.
Yeah.
Really, mate? Really? And that was one game I just thought, come on, you literally just threw that game away. It was just terrible. But
I mean, like with us over here, we're watching games at 2:00 and 3:00 in the morning. So it's so hard to watch. Look, and Ollie trusts McTominay and Fred, but I'm really hoping for the Leeds game this weekend he plays McTominay and Matic or something like that. Right. I can't say Matic played really well against Everton on the weekend. So I think he might be a starter, and then it's probably someone to play with him. So, but I think McTominay played well as well. So it's certainly Leeds. We need to get off to a good start. That's
Definitely.
For sure.
I mean, we if we start well, because I always tell people, the league, the English league, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But at the same time, there's nothing because it's like you start well, just by December, United should still be top 3, still around there. Because Alex Ferguson goes into the new year, then he hits that straight, that consistency, all those long runs he used to make, that January, February, catching up, chasing other teams and overhauling them. But it's also down to the depth of the squad.
100%.
To go through that
a lot
period.
of depth.
A lot of depth, which United...
We're starting to get depth. Look, Daniel James played really well for Wales and stuff like that. So, he's still only young. He's 21, 22. I think he's actually 21, and he's starting to mature a bit. I don't know. He was copping it tough. You saw Donny van der Beek as well. He's bulked up a bit, which is good. Greenwood's bulked up. I'm a massive fan of Greenwood.
Yes.
It's the people forget. Like last year, we went through away from home undefeated.
Yes.
So, and I know we did draw. We did draw a few. It'd be nice to take away the 3 points from those close games.
Yep.
But everyone always talks about Fergie. I still remember Fergie always saying, if we draw away from home, and look, I know like we've been having 100-point seasons and stuff like that, so you can't really draw away from home anymore. But I think it's going to be a tough season this year. Like you're going to be there.
It will be.
It'll be a big. It'll be tougher than last year. They were all saying, the reason why United's second is because it's a poor competition. But if you have a look at Liverpool, haven't bought well this. So they started off poor. Can't see how they're going to they're going to change their. Okay, they fell into fourth spot, but yeah, I can't. It depends on how their fullback comes back from a knee injury, and stuff like that. So yeah, I just can't. I can't see Liverpool. I think they'll finish top 4, but I don't think they'll dominate the league. So yeah,
I think I agree because I think after that, because if you remember, they did that good last 7 games run to get into the top 4. Because I had written them up, but they
yeah,
did. I got to give them credit. I'm not. As you know, I don't like Liverpool. I respect them, but
yeah,
I got to give them credit because they went there, even beat us at Old Trafford.
yeah,
There, and but this season, as you said, is going to be slightly harder than last season. Expectations are higher,
yeah.
despite having new players. Do you think United still need a few more players before the window shuts?
Oh, 100%. I think they still need a. Matic is. How old's Matic now? I think he's 31, 32, or he could even be a little bit older than that. So, we definitely need that 6. That defensive midfielder. So
A CDM, definitely.
yeah, 100%. Even if it's someone to come in with McTominay, look. I know I've spoken about McTominay a couple of times now, but I really do believe that McTominay can come. Carrick's in his corner now. Carrick was that type of player that played forward all the time.
Yes.
His delivery of passes was phenomenal. And I spoke on another pod the other day, and my favourite combination through that period of 2008 and stuff like that was Fletcher and Carrick in the middle.
Yes.
And they didn't get to play a lot together because Fletcher got sick and stuff like that. I still remember that combination they used to play really well together, and you need that gelling of players. So
definitely.
So I believe Carrick's going to develop McTominay, and you saw that towards the back end of last season. So, I mean, whether that happens or not, but we definitely need another 6. That's for sure. A center, defensive mid for sure for me.
Attacking wise, are you satisfied with United's setup? We have Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, Cavani, Sancho, Bruno, kind of Pogba. That cream of players I've listed. Are you happy that is good enough for United to do well up front?
Oh, we did well last year, didn't we? We got to second last year with that, but now we've got Sancho in there. So what worries me a bit is we've brought Greenwood in last year or the year before. He's a young player that can play off both feet. And now I don't want to see him be put aside. We're hearing Martial, Inter are interested in for Martial and stuff like that. I would love to see if Martial stayed. I'm not a massive fan of Martial. But
this might be his season. He has to deliver.
That's it. If he's getting on now, he needs to really step up. But I mean, I watched him even against Everton. I still don't believe he was involved enough for a 9. But I would love Greenwood to get his chance. I really would. You've got Cavani there that can, develop him as that cream of the crop.
Right. Centre forward. He plays off both feet. I watched a lot of him through through the junior ranks because I watched the MUTV, and I've been watching him over the last. That's a true fan. Adam is a true fan, guys. You see, Adam's a true fan. He watches the youth football too.
Yeah. Oh, you got to watch the youth football. That's where it all starts. It's the best. So. I would love to, mate. He was phenomenal in the youth. He used to sit there and watch him and just go, "Oh my God, when's this kid coming through?" So I don't want him put to the side because he's got so much talent. But even like you saw Bruno's beautiful free kick the other day. He's got that in his locker too. So it'll be a very interesting pathway for Greenwood. So I really hope they don't throw him to one side. But you've still got Cavani there. I don't think has Cavani been back at training.
I think there's a quarantine protocol.
Yeah, quarantine protocol. So he's still there. But I think I honestly believe Martial will probably start this week. Greenwood will be on the right-hand side, and then they'll bring maybe Sancho in towards later in the game or something like that. So yeah. Well, you don't have many choices, do you?
Not really, mate.
You
But
don't have many choices.
Rashford is out to least late October. So
and you think Pogba will come in on the left? So
yeah. So with that attacking, the quality is there. The quality is there. With every formation, you go with 4-3-3 or 4-3-2-1. That attacking prowess is there. It's the problem. It used to be getting the ball up front was too slow because McTominay and Fred are so far back protecting the back four. So it's like, so getting a specialized CDM will be a big difference, and it's something they have to do. I don't know how much time they got, but
the 31st of what are we in? 31st of August is when the transfer market finishes.
So we literally got 20 days plus. Just under 3 weeks. Anything can happen in the transfer market at the moment. I mean,
that's it.
What players are you expecting to shine this year, including the? Let me make it easier. Sancho and Varane. How much are you expecting from Sancho down that right side as a new signing now? What do you expect from Sancho?
I haven't watched a terribly lot of Sancho, but I mean I've read a bit about him and stuff like that, and then I was watching him in the preseason games for England, and I wasn't. He didn't really show me much even for the England games.
He didn't come on. Very little time.
Yeah. And I mean, the preseason before the Euros, I saw him playing for England there. But look, all the hype around him and everything like that, and he's got to justify his wages. That's for sure. Well, we all give Pogba a bit of stick, and we definitely gave fans gave Maguire stick for his
80 million.
His 80 million. So I mean, Sancho's got to deliver, doesn't he? So, I'm actually looking forward to seeing him play. All the new signings, you always look forward to seeing what he can produce, and I think he will do well. He's come back to the English game, so I think he will do well for sure. So he's one. Bruno. The thing with Bruno is, I would love to see him just play simple. Not try and force that pass all the time, and stuff like that. I'd like to see him slow down a little bit and play through those lines, because Greenwood and that are that quick, and Sancho has got a lot of toe. You play through those lines, they're getting in behind all the time. A nice little cut back to the 6-yard box, and we've got some tap-ins happening. So when I start talking like that, I get excited. So we've got a lot happening, so it'll be good. Rashford's getting his rest at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at our squad, Luke Shaw's playing well. So there's a lot to get excited about.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because with these new signings now, I think it has even rejuvenated the team. I could see Sancho working down the right with Wan-Bissaka, Varane working with Maguire at the back and bringing the ball forward. So they can now not need a babysitting service sitting in front of them who just sits there. Yeah. Now have more players to go forward and attack. You see what I mean? And that was where the breakdown was. So going into this new season, out of all the trophies, League Cup, FA Cup, EPL, Champions League, what trophies do you think United, I mean, it's okay to say anything, it is what it is. What trophies do you think United, they should at least win?
Look, as a boy, yourself, as a boy from the 80s and 90s, I love the FA Cup. I would love to see United win the FA Cup. And I don't care what the younger fans say. Yeah. They can brush it all aside.
It used to be the biggest trophy,
Oh, without a doubt, and it's, for me, it's still, look, everyone wants to win the league. Everyone wants to win the league. Everyone wants to win the Champions League, right? But, and I want to win those too. But if you've got to be realistic with this team, you've just got to get silverware. You've got to look at League Cup, and you've got to look at FA Cup.
FA Cup.
League Cup, FA Cup. We've last year we were semi-finalists, weren't we, for League Cup and FA Cup, were we not?
Yep. FA Cup quarterfinals.
So yeah, and
Actually, no. You're right. FA Cup semi-finals against Leicester.
against Leicester, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So yeah, like that game there, that was like a 3:00 in the morning game, and it was such a poor game. Such a poor game, wasn't it? You
I
know?
could imagine as a United fan, because out here sometimes the early games are 6 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah,
and getting up there to come and watch a team underperform, you're like, really? It just,
yeah.
your whole day just feels,
Oh, well, our games, whenever our big games are, like when United's playing City or Chelsea, Liverpool, they're always on a Monday morning for us.
right,
So
wow.
they're like a 4:30 kickoff, or they could be a 3:00 kickoff. Sometimes we do get a 5 a.m., but that's a Monday morning. So you've got to go to work. You're up watching that game all morning, and if we win, it's a good day at work. If we lose, for the first few hours, it's very depressing. Yeah. Yeah. So you can't even drink your way through because you got to go to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's globally we all go we suffer in pain. We enjoyed we together in pain. In celebration, we celebrate and we're happy. We
Yeah.
just want United to do well. That's all that United fans do want with this team. I don't think Ole has much options this time. I think he has to win a trophy. Like you said, FA
Yeah.
Cup, it will give them that winning mentality, collectively winning something together. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's mandatory they win a trophy. Yes, the penalty shooter against the Europa League that was it should not even have
Yeah.
gone to penalties.
No, it shouldn't
The
have. No.
no substitutions in, like, really, bro?
Yeah,
Come
that's where
on.
Ollie does have to improve. If we're talking about Ollie, he really needs to work on his subs. I
Yeah.
don't really understand. Look,
Some are
I've
so
been around
late.
football a long time, and I've also been a coach. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer, that's for sure. But the
But at
basics
least
of
I know
football,
you would make changes when you see
yeah, that's it.
you saw you saw the Villarreal coach. He kept changing when things were
yeah,
not working out.
yeah. You got to trust your team. You got to trust your team. You're the one picking the players, buying the players, and so you've got to trust your players. Look, I
Definitely.
know there's a process that we go through, that the coaches and coaching staff go through, and just looking at Donny, I thought Donny played very well against Everton.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping Donny gets a lot of minutes this season because,
Yeah.
if we don't buy a CDM, maybe he's bulked up Donny for that position. I don't know, but yeah, maybe they're trying to change the way he plays so he does become a CDM or something like that. I don't know, but he really does need to play he needs to play minutes. That's for sure. I don't see
Definitely.
the reason. It was Donny. Donny wasn't Ollie's signing, was he? I don't think
No,
he was.
he
No.
wasn't.
So, but even still, you got to play like that.
Exactly.
He needs to interchange. If he's not trying to do that CDM, he's got to be interchanging with Bruno. Bruno plays too many minutes.
Burnt
When you
out
play,
too quick.
yeah, that's it. So when you're playing the weaker sides, you've got to bring Donny in and give him the confidence to go forward and score those goals that he can score. You
You see,
know,
I think like you said, there were some games last season against the low block teams, the smaller sides. We can't
yeah,
break them down, so we get the draws and just struggling, all just struggling because they don't come out, and we haven't got what it takes to break them down. Then
mm,
you have Ole looking at the bench. He looks on the bench. I don't know if he, like you said, I don't think he could trust the players. He has. There were times I would have thought, bring on Diallo. It doesn't matter. Just let the guy
yeah,
run at them. But he's not. So he uses the same 12, 13 players over and over and over, expecting some magic. And these players get burnt out. You got to
yeah.
trust the bench, you know?
Yeah, with Diallo, like he went to AC Milan. Now he's had a good season under his belt in the Italian league. So hopefully he's improved a bit. So he can play on the left. He plays on the left, so he can swap in with Shaw. You got Tellez that's injured at the moment.
Mm.
So Brandon Williams looks like I think he's going out on loan. So
I think he's going on loan. He needs that. I
yeah,
think he needs that.
so you've got these younger players. For me, it's all positive. it's
It
where
is.
Ollie fits him into the like I said, it's a massive year for Ollie. You know, there's a lot of expectation. Fans are now in the stadium, so the pressure is
Exactly.
going to
More
be
pressure.
massive. Fans
Because
fans are in the stadium, and they'll let him know. That's for sure.
oh yeah, there's
Because he
the
hasn't
booing
really,
starts. I hope
yeah, he
not.
hasn't really had. He's been 2 seasons now, and he hasn't had the fans in there. So he's been really lucky, in my opinion, that the fans haven't been there, because some of the decisions he makes regarding subs hasn't been good enough as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
But
been
I'll
bad.
always back the manager,
Yeah, we
even though
have
I
to.
didn't back Mourinho, but I'll back Ollie.
No, you see,
Yeah, yeah,
Mourinho's case is quite a different case. I think
yeah,
he comes with good intentions, but he always just comes with so much drama and having
yeah,
fighting with the staff and the board, and it just comes with too much. It comes with too much. Think about it. For Chelsea to sack him 2 times, it tells you a lot.
yeah,
Think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
I don't. I never liked him when he was at Chelsea, and I didn't like him when he was at United. And and I know once you come to United, you're supposed to support your manager or whoever comes, but he was one bloke I was never going to support. So,
He was too
uh,
much, just
yeah,
too much. Whereby someone just wants to be in control, but you have to earn the respect before you
that's right.
demand the
Yeah,
respect. If
yeah,
you don't earn it, you're not gonna get it. And in modern football, when these players down tools, the manager is the first out the door, not the player. End
yeah,
of. Seriously. I remember that statement he made. We had just lost the game to Sevilla in the Champions League game at Old Trafford. And this guy comes out saying, why are United fans surprised at losing at home to Sevilla? That when he
yeah,
was the manager at Real Madrid, he
yeah,
talked about this whole heritage speech. Like,
yeah,
was that really the time that is that
yeah,
what we wanted
yeah.
to hear? Like,
Oh,
what is
he's
this
got
guy
no
on?
class, mate. He's got no class at all.
He
You know,
turned it about himself. He made it
yeah.
about himself.
It's
Yeah,
always for him. It's always been about himself. So they talk. They go around kissing the badge and everything like that. And give me a break, man. Just do your job.
exactly.
Celebrate the club. Embrace your players, and people will respect you a lot more.
Simple as that. As simple as
Yeah,
that. So this season is a big season, as we both agreed. They need to win a trophy. There's no excuses. You have the tools now. Hopefully, he's going to get a CDM to add to the squad, which will make it better. But we got to also look at the teams around it. Look at Chelsea. Look at City. It's like it's like everything just got real now. It's like everything just got like, okay, this is a real battle. So United players have to realize this is going to be one hell of a season. Sancho, Varane, new players, hopefully get another one. That is going to be a tough season. But hopefully we could gel as a team and play as one, because end of the day, I just, even if, like I said, a trophy would be a starting spot, just a trophy to
yeah.
show some progress.
But
I'm not a fan of oh trophies are overrated. That's no. Ferguson always won trophies. Let's call it as it is.
yeah. Oh, 100% trophies are everything. It's far out, man. From the Busby, from the Busby era, right through even through the 70s. The
Yeah,
70s, we're 77, we knocked Liverpool off their perch, winning the
yeah,
treble.
yeah,
We're winning FA Cups there. 85, we win FA Cup again.
yeah.
We're not winning the league, but there was a couple of periods there through the 80s where we probably should have won the league. The year that before Fergie come in, I think it was, or a couple of years before Fergie come
With
in
Ron Atkinson.
with Ron Atkinson. Yeah, and the next year, I think it was Ron Atkinson that he won 10 in a row before he got the flick for
Yep,
Fergie.
yep.
And a trophy's a trophy. Look, I don't like Arsenal at all, mate. I can't stand them. But they went out, they won the FA Cup, They
Yeah.
went out and won the FA Cup. And, we're still struggling 2 years later to win that silverware.
Yeah,
We've
got to
got a
semi-final.
museum for a reason. Manchester United's got a museum full
Yeah,
of trophies.
yeah.
So it's in our DNA to win trophies. And, we haven't won. Mourinho obviously was the last one to win us a
And he
couple of
keep, he
trophies.
keeps mentioning it. Marino
Yeah,
keeps
that's it.
mentioning it.
But he brought the silverware in, and regardless whether it's a League Cup or a Europa League, the silverware's there.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to see is a legend like Ollie, and I don't want to compare him to the player he was, but you can't help going, Ollie won all this, and then he became a manager
and won nothing.
And did won nothing. You know, that will become part of his portfolio if he wins nothing. So, look, I think with United losing the Europa League, getting knocked out in semi-finals, then the English boys losing in the final of the Euros, you know, they would be itching to get going this year.
They have to.
The fire in the belly would be to win. They got Bruno there he thrives for trophies. Look, you don't play sport to lose.
That's what I'm saying.
So these boys would be up for it, and I'm sure Sancho hasn't come along to come second or third and not win a trophy.
No.
You've got Varane that's got a bag full.
Oh,
you know that bloke. You know that
he's got more Champions League than Man United.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
wow.
You know he's probably got his own sleeve patch now with the amount of Champions League trophies he's won. So
I know, right?
Yeah. So the players are there now. The experience is there. You know, I'm happy Juan Mata is still there. You know, it'd be great for the dressing room. And I actually thought, I know we're going back to the Europa League final, but I would have loved to have seen him come into the game. That's for sure. You know,
yeah, but it comes down to that substitution. Not
that's it. It comes down to that again.
And that game shouldn't have even gone to extra time. Because United, they were the better team overall. Villarreal were just more methodical.
Yeah.
So that's all it was.
Well, I mean, we're talking about that box setup again. So we get that ball moving, shifting from the backs to the midfield through to the forwards quicker. You know, this would be the thing. We've finally had an off season, so you would think Ollie's been working on that a lot. So even we lost a couple of games with our younger players, but against Everton, we got Leeds this weekend. Leeds have been, they've had their pre-season where they played back-to-back games. They played 3 games in 3 days. I think it was something like that. I was just looking at that then, just their results. They lost to Fleetwood, draw with Blackburn. They lost to Real Betis, but they had a game on the 27th, 28th, 30th, and 31st of July.
Wow.
They've gone back. That's what their coach and managers like. So they've gone back-to-back games.
And they played some good football. I mean, because remember, last season was the first season back after so many years being relegated into the Championship League. But the style of football, they trust the method they play, and they just keep playing. They don't get like, all right, we're going to quickly do long. No, they just keep playing. And you can see a vision and a method to the style of play. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is what a lot of United fans want to see. Like, okay, what are United playing? Are we playing counter-attacking only? Are we playing defensive? What are we doing? We want to see something that, okay, I see what this is.
We always did well against teams like City, Spurs, and anyone that wants to come onto us, So we do, and we didn't really sit back and defend against those teams.
No.
We played off the front foot, and so really, Ollie, this pre-season has had to, and his team has had to work out a plan to break down that box defence.
Yeah.
So it'll be very, very interesting to see. And Leeds won't sit back. So the first games will be interesting, and we've got a pretty good start to the season. So we haven't really got any. We've got Newcastle, I think Southampton in there as well. We've got Wolves, so we've got a good start to the season, and we should get off to a good start.
Exactly.
So there's no excuses, and they are. Besides Leeds, I mean, Leeds won't sit back, but the other teams. Last year we struggled a little bit against Wolves.
Yeah,
but I think Wolves have lost a fair few players
and the manager. I think the
manager. Yeah. So There's no excuses for us really for having a poor start to the season.
There's no reason that I don't know if Varane will be ready, but even if he's not ready, but I'm thinking Varane, Sancho probably start getting into week 2, week 3, or week 4 games. But this Leeds game, knock it out, get the 3 points on the board, and we move on. Because end of the day, it's a good to have a good start. Don't forget, the fans are in the stadium now. It's not empty stadium anymore. So the pressure's on. The players now can't hide anymore. They, they're right there. It's like right there. You have to deliver on the field because you have 60,000 plus roaring and cheering and screaming and booing if you don't deliver. So United got to find a way to make sure they win on Saturday. And Leeds are not going to come and sit back. They're not just going to come. They're going to play their game too, and they're a good side. They're a good quality side. So
the last game we played against them was 0-0. So. But they haven't won at Old Trafford for 16 years, I think it is. I read. So it'll be a very, very interesting game. So, it's exciting. It's exciting. We've got a good kickoff time here, 9:45 in the at night. So it's a shame we had a big event set up for our supporters club.
6:45 a.m.
for you guys. Yeah. Okay.
That's an early kickoff. So you can see. Getting out that early to go see a game like that, you want to see something spectacular, but you want to see a win. So, I mean, getting knocked out, right? Any predicted score for that game, mate?
Look, I think definitely it's at Old Trafford. I think we're going to win 3-0. So, for sure. Nice. I'm not going to say
you guys heard it. I can't Adam said 3-0. So, we're going to hold your
I think it's 3-0. 3-0. Look, okay, we've got Lindelof and Maguire will be definitely starting for us. Yes. Maguire's got a lot of confidence. Lindelof, at least 3. If we don't win by 3-1, I'd say De Gea will start for sure.
Yeah, I was coming to that. So if with De Gea starting, would you prefer him to start or you prefer Henderson to start? Who's your ideal number? Well,
Henderson's been sick or something like that, so he hasn't had much of a preseason. So De Gea will start, and but I expect De Gea to start. I don't think Henderson's done enough to warrant knocking De Gea off his perch. But he's one player. De Gea's had to change his game. You saw it against Everton where he's come out to punch the ball. He still didn't look really that confident coming out to punch that ball. But he knows now if he wants to keep his spot, he has to make those. He has to. A couple of times in that Everton game, I think De Gea was still sitting a little bit too deep. He needs to be playing that sweeper role to help the backs out. But I don't think Henderson's done enough to knock. And I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but I don't think Henderson's done enough to knock De Gea off his perch. It's his 10th or 11th year there now.
I agree with you. I'm a De Gea fan. Yeah, he's had a few last couple of years. It's been up and down, but I believe I've not seen enough for Henderson to be given the number 1 shirt. I don't think
that's right.
I've not seen enough to say, all right, you're the number 1 keeper. I still think he has to work for it. He has to earn it. I think De Gea still should be the trusted number 1 going into the season. And this is going to be one long season without a doubt, as we can all see. City, Chelsea. I mean, every time I keep looking at Chelsea transfer window just to see who they get in, because I want to see. You got to know who your enemies are. So I mean, when you're going into battle, right?
You look at Lukaku. Lukaku looks like he's signing for Chelsea. I don't know if they watched Lukaku play for us, but they get, what are they paying? 80 million for him, something like that. So, Lukaku's looks like that deal's done. So, we're still got to get money from Inter for him. So there's 40 million in the bank. I think it's 40 that they owe us.
Yep.
And I would say there's something there for Chelsea to give us as well, because we own him at the end of the day. So, people want Ollie to bring in some money to pay for players. And there's another one. So that'll be very interesting. I mean, we haven't seen him hold up the Chelsea shirt yet, but there's some money going into the bank. So
Yep.
once that deal's done, there's money there to buy somebody else. So, it's a good time to buy, being that COVID's around, and so wages are low at the moment. So it'd be good. So hopefully we get our 6.
I noticed United signed a guy called Eric Ramsey, a set-piece coach, which shows United realize a lot of goals they considered were bad positioning at the back. What do you think this new coach will bring to United? What do you hope for?
Well, I hope it tightens up that set pieces, that's for sure, because we do, like, yourself, when you're watching the game, you're very nervous when there's a set piece around the box, aren't you? And half the time, players are just looking at each other, going, "Well, that's your player. That's your player."
Exactly.
The zonal defense for me is pretty hard to watch. I don't get. Look, we play a lot of zonal defense too out here.
I don't like
in our junior ranks and everything like that. But for me, when you're defending set pieces, it's got to be 1v1.
That's what it's so. I just ask. I think sometimes some things are overplayed.
Overplayed.
Your tallest defender should take the tallest attacker.
Yeah.
But you see Maguire tackling a shorter guy, and he's leaving Leeds. We could see.
We always out here. Everyone marked up man for man, and we always had a free player in the box. To pick up usually the header that comes through. But look, it's different times these days. It's the game's changed a lot, and I don't know if it's for the better, because like I said, I'm around the game all the time out here, so I do understand it a fair bit. But I would love to see teams go back to being defensive, smart. We've gone away from the offside, where you try and drag them offside and they play through the lines and play that killer pass. So I get that. But when it comes to set pieces, just mark 1v1. Don't mark the space.
It's simple as that.
It's too easy for a player to get in behind the line. So
yeah. So it's like so. Hopefully, we'll see an improvement in the set pieces, the corner kicks, all those, players. Not like you said. You see the players like, oh, that wasn't my responsibility. And one game that sticks to my mind was the Spurs thrashing at Old Trafford. I could not believe what I was seeing, but it is what it is. Just sleeping and just
one thing I do like about Henderson is he comes for the ball. I love that. And De Gea's always been weak for that. Yes. Even when he first started, when he first came into United, De Gea, it was a nightmare.
Lightweight.
Yeah, he was. He was very light. He was good at shot stopping. He to me, he's played a lot of futsal in his time, because my daughter's a futsal goalkeeper, so he makes a lot of the foot saves and everything like that. But which are good. He saved our ass that many times with foot saves and stuff like that, and he's really changed the way goalkeepers.
Keeper. He's not a Schmeichel in the air. He doesn't dominate his box as he should.
But De Gea has actually changed the way goalkeeping is these days. With his foot saves and everything like that. Outdoor goalkeeping, players were taught to go to ground to save that low shot. Now it's very hard to find that goalkeeper that'll go down to their right or their left with their hands. They all want to make the foot save, and it's really uncomfortable, to be honest with you, watching it in outdoor. But the goalkeeping's changed a lot, and when I'm around goalkeeping coaches a lot because of my daughter, and the old school goalkeeping coach out here, they hate the foot save, and I'm sure a lot of the older generation, Alex Stepney and all those boys, they would hate the foot save, because they've all been taught to go down to the side, and Schmeichel was a handball player, so that's the reason why he's come out and he uses his feet, makes himself big and stuff like that. So Schmeichel started really bringing that element into the game as well. So goalkeeping has changed a lot over the years.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%. So it's more people our age that have to blend to the new age goalkeeping, you know?
Tell me about it. Because I
Or
grew
even
up in
new age play.
I mean, I saw a lot of Gary Bailey growing up in the 80s,
Yeah.
and that wasn't the best United team, but they worked with what they had. So I mean, and
Yeah.
it was what it was. We were not the greatest team, but we were very attractive going forward. We always had the Steve Coppell, Mickey Thomas
Yeah.
running down the wings, but we just didn't have the depth to challenge Liverpool. Liverpool just like
Yeah.
a machine. They just
Well, we had a player in that Liverpool side, Craig Johnson. You know,
Yes.
we had he was
Yes.
an
Yes,
Aussie,
he
Craig
was.
Johnson. You know, he was playing for Liverpool at that time, and you know,
In that great Liverpool side, yeah, he won
in that great Liverpool, he
medals
scored
with
an
them.
FA Cup goal for him, and you know, so yeah, that never goes from our mind. You know, so but yeah, it's and that's the thing.
Didn't he design football boots one time?
Yeah, he was the first designer of the Adidas Predator. So, and then he got stitched up by Predator, and the license got bought out. He doesn't make any money off the Predator anymore. That's for sure. There's a couple of really good podcasts around about that with him.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was good. You know, we've had a couple of players play for Liverpool. We've had Harry Kewell as well play for Liverpool.
Yes, he was Harry Kewell was
Yeah,
very,
he was good. He
very
played for
player.
Leeds and Liverpool. So,
yes, very skillful player.
We've had Bosnich that's played for Manchester United.
What did you think about him?
Yeah, look, I'm pretty good mates with Bozza, so he's part of our supporters club and stuff like that. Absolute champion bloke, Bozza. He's actually on two of the boys in our supporters club. They got their own podcast as well. It's so they got Bozza on tonight. He's really good with his time and everything like that, Bozza. But as a player, you know, he just got caught up. He was at United when he was young, and he probably got caught up being that he was so good. He was an awesome player. One of the only players to get signed twice by Fergie. And, you know, he was a bit of a lazy trainer and stuff like that. And, you know, he got caught up in the wrong stuff. But, you know, as a person, Mark Bosnich is an absolute top player.
I've seen a few interviews, and he seems like a very nice guy.
Oh, mate, absolute champion bloke. He's got a lot of time for everyone. He donates his time a lot, especially to our supporters club. And like I said to a couple of the boys, he's very social on social media. Yeah, they're champion bloke. As they all are. You know, they're all good blokes. You know, when they're younger, he was young. We've all done wrong things when we're young, and especially when you're getting the dollars and so I'm not going to knock him for what he's done. I'm not going to knock him for what he did in the past. You know, he's done a lot of things that, you know, a lot of us would love to do. You know, we all make mistakes.
Right.
But, you know, very great person, nice, lovely man. Yeah. Right. Mark Bosnich, top bloke.
No, I mean it's gonna be one of those seasons. I can't wait for the season to start. It's been a long, you know, after the Euros, I just couldn't wait for the football to come back. We've got the pre-seasons. The football is about to start, and it's about to really get real because we have everyone. Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool not done a lot in the market, but I'm not gonna write them off. I won't. I just won't. Because Klopp, he's a very great manager. So you know, we saw what he did in the last 3 seasons. So that was.
Liverpool definitely, you won't be riding them off for sure.
Not at all. It would be silly for us to write them off. You got City doing what they do. You got at Chelsea, Champions League. I mean, what was surprising was in that short time, how he turned that Chelsea team around to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
A lot of us, you must have been like, what the hell? How is Lampard bought the players, but couldn't deliver?
Yeah, but you know what? Like Tuchel over at PSG, I just think
he took them to the final. Remember the season?
Yeah, that's right. You know, like that's shocking management from PSG to get rid of him. Absolute disgraceful. But you know, and look what they've done now. They've gone and bought Messi. They're looking at what a disgrace. I think it's a disgrace.
Messi,
I think it's
Neymar, Mbappe.
I think it's disgraceful. You know, they're trying to become the Real Madrid, you know, and but for me, the part that I don't get with Messi, and I haven't read a lot on it, so I could be wrong, is he could have quite easily taken the pay cut. You talk about passion for a club and everything like that, and I don't understand why, if he really, really wanted to stay at Barcelona, well, even if he took a massive cut, I'm sure he's not struggling for money.
No.
So if you love the club that much, why aren't you just staying there? To become the ultimate. Look, I know he's already a legend at Barcelona, and he'll always will be because he's one of the world's greatest players.
Yeah.
But don't sit there and cry because you're leaving the club. There would have been an option for you to stay there, and I know we're all got bills to pay, but seriously, you could have paid one season or season and a bit for less than what you're on, and I don't think it would have been a problem.
Right. I'm eager to see how they're gonna play. I mean, now the pressure's on Pochettino. He's got Neymar, Messi, Mbappe, Di Maria.
That side. There's no excuse for them not to win the Champions League now. There's no excuse. Like, that is insane, that team. It's whether he can gel all those egos together. That's the big thing, and. You got a team like Chelsea where I don't believe there's a lot of egos. I don't believe there's a lot of egos there. They get down, they just knuckle in, and they do what they need to do to, And City again, they didn't win the Champions League, so they're still hunting that trophy down. So
he wants that trophy. He wants it.
Yeah, he really wants that trophy. So, if they're, and look, I'm still not going to write off United. I think we're good to go. We've got a lot of experience in our backline now. The only thing that Wan-Bissaka's, I'd still love to see him whip a nice crossing.
He gets into good positions, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He gets into so many good positions to whip a nice cross in. Maybe Gary Neville needs to go down there and help him out a little bit.
Yeah, whatever it takes, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Sancho in front of him.
Yeah, look, Gary Neville used to make mistakes as well, but he was best mates with Beck. So
I used to see some goals. I see some old matches like, look at Neville. He just didn't even put a foot in there.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And he'd be the first one to claim that he made a mistake, But, he was best mates with Beck, so Beck's probably helped him out, with his crossing and stuff like that. And, they played together for a long time at junior ranks and everything like that. So, won the FA Cup juniors together. And, it's just, I'd love to see someone in there just helping Wan-Bissaka out, just getting those nice peachy crosses in. And,
that would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah. Both of them down the road. You got Sancho in front of you. Once they gel,
that's it.
Luke Shaw and Martial or Rashford down
the I mean, like. And then you've got to look at, if we do pick up an injury or in those positions, who's going to come in? So, once again, it's massive to the bench, Right. So, it's huge.
Right. We have come to the end of the show. And Adam, you have been absolutely fantastic guest for us today. Really, really appreciate it. Please tell people where they can find you on social media.
So if on the Instagram, it's at @swerve_United. Our supporters club is MUFC NSW. So it's Manchester United Supporters Club, New South Wales, here in Australia. And I do run a few other socials, Worldwide Reds, with Dean up in Brisbane Supporters Club. And I do, one, because I do collect pins as well. So there's MUFC pins as well.
Right.
I do run a few others. Yeah, as you can see, I love collecting Manchester United memorabilia.
You can see his memorabilia. You can see all that. That couch, I'm going to come and get that couch. Look at that. Look at that. So you guys,
got a lot of good
viewers,
things,
you can see this is Adam's Man United collection. Look at that then. I thought I was good enough with my little studio here, but look at that. Now, look at that, fans. See that? He's giving you a tour of his own Man United museum.
Yeah.
So, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. Really appreciate you coming out.
No problem, buddy.
It's late for me. So, guys, thank you for watching us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to Adam from Australia. But the most important thing is we all want United to do well. The season is about to start in 4 days. We want the best. We hope we could win a trophy this season. From all of us, glory, glory, Man United. We are out of here. So, Adam, I'll see you very soon. Hopefully, we'll get you back on the show again, and hopefully, we could do the reverse.
100%. Thanks for having me. And, you know, I love the States. I've been over there a few times. So hopefully when I get back to the States, when the world opens up, I'll definitely be coming to the supporters club over there. And
oh, please. You're always welcome, mate.
Yeah, 100%. So I'll definitely be getting over there soon. And when the world opens up for us, because we can't go anywhere with COVID. So,
oh, wow. At the current moment now?
Yeah, so we can't fly anywhere. We can't fly anywhere. They've grounded us here. We haven't been able to fly anywhere for a couple of years. So with all this COVID stuff, you know, we don't have as many cases as over in the States or over in England. You know, we maxed out at 300 and something at the moment. But we, soon as the world opens, I'm definitely doing a tour back to Old Trafford and meeting up with Keith Norris and all those boys. Yes. And then get over to the States and start getting through some of the supporters clubs over there because, you know, I do chat to a lot of the supporters club and I've got the boys in India wanting me to get over there as well. So I really enjoy doing these podcasts and,
it's fantastic.
Chatting to different people. It's fantastic. So
it's beautiful. There's so many of us in the world. There are always so many around the world. So with this social media, we could connect each other virtually now. Don't have to go. You know, different. It doesn't matter. Time zones should not be a reason. We could connect at any time because
100%. I'll get up at any time for anyone for a podcast. Just give me a bell on Instagram, and I'll definitely answer it for you. And I love United. I love connecting with other supporters, and it's a great hobby to have. It can get expensive at times, but it's.
Tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it.
But it's it's a United family, so please contact me if you want some support me to come on. It's fantastic, All right. Nothing better than joining a supporters club. So if you're watching this and you're not part of a supporters club, go join your local supporters club. That's the best.
Definitely. So from that, Adams, it's been an absolute pleasure. You've seen he's giving you a tour of his museum. Justice is nearly. You probably thought he was in Man Old Trafford. No, he's not in Old Trafford. He's in his own museum. So look at his museum. There it is. So thank you very much, Adam. Don't forget, guys, like, share our content. If you agree with us, whatever we talked about today, tell us what you thought about how you think United are going to perform in this season. Drop your predicted score against Leeds on Saturday. What do you think? Are you looking forward to the new signings? What do you think they're going to do? What they can bring to the United? Just let us know. We'll see you guys in our next video. From us, it's goodbye and good night. Adam, I'll see you very soon, brother. You take care. God bless.
Thank you. See you, mate.
Take care, bye.